Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Socialfly. We have a jam-packed episode today, and we are celebrating Super Bowl week. It is almost time for the big game court.
I know, I'm so excited. I'm actually going down to, I'm going to Minnesota.
Which way is that?
over that way. On Friday morning. One of our clients, Maxim Magazine, is hosting a Super Bowl party on Saturday night, so we'll be sending some influencers over there, and we will be covering the event. I'm excited.
Well, I will definitely be home on the couch by myself watching the Super Bowl commercials. I won't be paying too much attention to the game except for what the score is at the end of each quarter, because Greg always does those pools where you can.
Those are so much fun.
Yeah.
I need to find someone to let me in on one of those pools.
I might be able to get you in on
one.
one.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I need to. I have no money down on anything. But I think that the Patriots are going to win.
I mean,
it
would be a big upset if they didn't win. They do basically win everything. And fun fact, in high school, my mascot, we were the Wooten Patriots.
That is a fun fact.
Yeah. I'm not a big Patriots fan of the Patriots. Not really a fan of any pro football team, but I was a WHS cheerleader.
I'm a big fan of Tom Brady, and I just love following Giselle and seeing them post about their cute little family. So that's why I'm rooting for the Patriots.
Well, we're going to chat more about the Super Bowl commercials, and we have a very special guest on the show today, Daina Falk. She is at The Hungry Fan on Instagram and Twitter, and we'll tell you more about what she does. And you guys are all going to be entered to win some of her special spices if you start sharing this episode, and she'll tell you more about it in just a few minutes. But we have a couple big breaking social media stories to get to today.
All right, big news. This was a really big and exciting update yesterday. I happened to be in around the creative department when this news broke, and our copywriter Kim just jumped up from her chair and said, you can now schedule posts on Instagram, and she basically got a standing ovation. This is an update that we have been waiting for 6 years. We've been waiting for this for 6 years, and if you know this, you know that you can't, for the most part, schedule posts on Instagram, and now we can do so with this latest update. It's going to make marketing calendars across the world a lot easier, so I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, this is definitely a great update, and it may not affect, the regular Instagram user, but for people who are managing business accounts, this is basically like Christmas. I think that's what Kim wrote in her email to everyone. It's the best birthday present, Christmas present. And what did you say, Kim? Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy everything. Instagram scheduling is here.
Yeah, we're kicking the year off in a good place. And also, social media software like Hootsuite, Sprout Social, and Socialfly should now have access to this functionality. So that's great too.
And Facebook rolled out a big update this week. They announced that they are now going to be prioritizing local news in your news feed. And I've been paying a lot of attention to my personal news feed over the past few weeks since the initial algorithm change rolled out. I noticed a lot of videos in my feed. Like every single post was videos. And then all of a sudden yesterday, for a couple of hours, it was just posts from my friends with no videos. And then later in the evening, it went back to all videos again.
Yeah, so they're doing some testing, playing around with the algorithm, and I would encourage everyone who's watching to pay very close attention to what's popping up on their news feed, and we would love your feedback. Please comment below or reach out to us and let us know what you're seeing on your Facebook page, because things are changing.
Yeah, so back to this update that is going to be rolled out soon. This feature is going to elevate news that's clicked on by users in a tight geographic location, along with outlets based in that area. So essentially, you're going to see news that's local to your location in that moment while you're logged into Facebook. So this is going to be rolled out slowly, and they said they're really just testing it to see how it works. So you guys let us know. Let us know if you start seeing your local news updates, and if this is a feature that you feel is going to be, helpful to you. I think that's going to help you know what's going on in the world.
Oh, yes. As some people may know, I get a lot of my news from social media. I'm constantly on platforms, so I appreciate being served news on the platforms.
Snapchat update.
Big Snapchat update. This is huge. I love Bitmojis, and now you have 1.9, am I reading this correctly? Septillion Avatar options. What does that mean? Now you can customize your Bitmoji with 40 skin tones, 50 hair colors, and 50 hair treatment options. This is really cool, and now you can create your virtual self and make it look even more like what you actually look like in real life.
Do you think this is going to make people start using the Snapchat even more?
I don't know. I can't predict that just yet, but it is interesting. You know, for me personally, I don't use the platform as often as I once did. I'm all about Instagram stories. I'm all about looking at other people's Instagram stories, and I don't spend as much time personally on Snapchat as I used to. And I feel like I'm seeing a lot more of my friends actually migrate over to Instagram as well. So while this is really cool and exciting, I don't know if it's gonna drive me back over.
It's definitely not going to drive me back over. I was into Bitmojis like 2 years ago. So
I still love them. They're so cute.
They are cute, but having 1.9 septillion Bitmojis, I don't really have time to be. I don't have time to be playing with all these different Bitmojis.
It's not. They're not actual people.
I know.
It's different options to make it look more like you. Like you can probably get those exact glasses right now, or that exact lip color.
I bet you can, and I bet
or these highlights.
Warby Parker, he scored. I bet Warby Parker might even be a glasses sponsor on there once they start.
They may even have this exact outfit.
All right, well, we have more Super Bowl coverage to get to. The big day is this Sunday. It is the Eagles versus Courtney's favorite team, the Patriots.
The Patriots.
When in doubt, Courtney will say the Patriots.
I just love when they're in the Super Bowl because if someone asks me who played in the Super Bowl in this year, it's most likely the Patriots, so at least I'll get 50% of the question correct.
A lot of people watch the big game for the Super Bowl commercials. This is the big hype. And over the past few years, many brands have rolled out their Super Bowl commercials early. So we actually watched a few of the commercials that have already been released. One was for the Olympics.
Yes, the ice skating commercial.
Yes.
So it's actually really cool, and I actually saw I, Tonya just a few weeks ago, and growing up I used to be really into ice skating, so for this commercial that we just saw, it was really fascinating because I just love ice skating, and it was a good commercial to promote the upcoming Olympics.
It really drew you in with emotion.
It did, and they didn't really talk about the Olympics until the end, so it kind of made you think, like, what is this
about? And then the other commercial we saw was a commercial for Universal Studios, which was, I thought it was really cute, not super memorable, but we'll see what all the chatter is going to be on Twitter on Sunday. I'm telling you, I will literally be sitting on my couch on Twitter, watching what people are saying about the commercials, waiting for Justin Timberlake to perform, and watching your Instagram stories from the Maxim Super Bowl party. That would be
I actually think I'll be on a plane during the Super Bowl, coming back to New York. So
$5 million this year for a Super Bowl commercial. $5 million. Oh yeah, penny change?
That's just a little bit of money.
Well, we're definitely expecting big commercials from Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and Budweiser. And I'm really excited for this. We'll definitely be recapping this on Social Live next week. I always look forward to our commercial recap of the Super Bowl Social Live episode. So we want to get to our very special guest today, Daina Falk. She is the daughter of the legendary sports agent David Falk, and she spent her early years around lots of pro athletes. And today her love of sports is only matched by her passion for food. She started the Instagram account at The Hungry Fan. Everyone can follow her on Instagram and on Twitter, and she'll be having lots of great tips over the weekend for how you guys can prepare for your Super Bowl meals for your friends and family. So everyone, welcome Daina to the show.
Woo!
Yay! Hi.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
So can you tell everyone a little bit more about Hungry Fan?
Sure. So Hungry Fan is your go-to platform for game day, from food, drinks, tips and tricks for throwing a great Super Bowl party, to gear, to if you're going to Minnesota, where should you stay, where should you eat, what should you do, including the Maxim party, all of that sort of bundled into one platform with some great products as well.
And what are your Super Bowl predictions for this Sunday? What's going to happen?
I'm actually really intrigued this year because I'm going to get into some names and some actual football stuff. I hope that's okay.
You might be over our head, but we're going to go with it.
Speaking Chinese, but we'll
okay, so Nick Foles, who's the quarterback right now for the Eagles, because Carson Wentz is out, he got hurt unfortunately, was playing dog meat basically for several of the games in the playoffs, and then suddenly in this last game that won the division championships, he killed it. I was like, oh my God, who is this person and what did he do with Nick Foles? if he plays as well as he played in the last game, and if the Eagles' D is as strong as it usually is, it's the number one in the NFL, I think it's going to be a really close game. I mean, like, it's hard to root against.
Would you bet on it?
I never bet.
Okay.
I never bet.
Yeah.
Like, policy, never bet on sports. But, I mean, Tom Brady is the GOAT. It's hard to root against him. You know, the Patriots always come back from deficits, but, I mean, like, the Eagles looked really good. And the craziest thing of all is that this is like the backup quarterback, this Eagles guy, so Nick Foles. So there's a very high likelihood that this guy will be playing for another team next year, even having already like just finished playing in the Super Bowl for the Eagles. So crazy. We'll see. It's hard to say. It's hard to root against the Patriots, but the Eagles are the number one D.
So you're rooting for the Eagles, but who do you typically root for?
I actually only ever root for players. So growing up as my father's daughter, he had, on any given Sunday, like the movie, or any given night, actually, like whether it was the NFL or the NBA, I didn't really have a lot of baseball clients. He might have two clients playing against each other. So we always rooted for players.
Wow. And I want to know, what are your plans for the Super Bowl this Sunday?
You know what? I haven't decided yet. Thankfully, I have some invitations to parties to go to, which I think I might go to one of them, just because I don't really want to cook on Super Bowl, so I cook all the time. I've been cooking all week. I've been doing photo shoots for brands. I work with a lot of great food brands. I've been doing lots of food shoots for them in the last few weeks leading up to Sunday. But
that was exactly like the announcer.
Sunday, big cars, big trucks. I kind of just want to like sit, watch the game, stuff my face, enjoy the commercials, enjoy halftime. Also, Pink, she's singing the national anthem.
Yes,
and,
she's great.
I always want to say Lamar Odom because he was a basketball player.
Kendrick Lamar.
No. Odom. Leslie Odom Jr. is singing "America the Beautiful," but I always want to say Lamar Odom because it's like, you know.
I feel like you can't show up to your friend's apartment here in the city without food. Like, they would be like, "How can Daina come without food?"
True.
Yeah.
Fair point. And I probably, Mama Falk always told me never to show up empty-handed. So I will probably bring something. It might just be a shoot ton of beer. But one of my friends is a chef, and her husband is a chef. So with like restaurants here in New York City. So like I feel confident that they'll
be taken care of.
Are good.
Yeah.
All right. For people who are planning Super Bowl parties, what are some game day essentials?
Okay, number one thing, make your hot food in advance. Heat it up before the game so you don't get stuck in the kitchen on game day.
I went to a Super Bowl party where everything was heating up the whole time. It was weird.
Yeah, that's terrible, right? Like there are things like crock pots and these like.
Well, you have a product that can help people bring hot food.
Yes,
funny you mentioned that.
Funny I mentioned that.
Shameless plug. Go for it.
Shameless plug. I didn't even mentally go there. I thank you.
Yes.
You are the freaking best.
Yes. Thanks.
So everybody, I actually do have a product. It's on Amazon. It's called the Hungry Fan Thermal Bag. It's got a longer title. I've used this word fan gating, which means tailgating, home gating, squished together. Like don't care where you are, eating, drinking, hanging with friends and family, watching sports. The bag, the Hungry Fan Thermal Bag, will keep your food cold like a cooler, but it will also keep your food hot. So if you want to cook something potluck style and bring it to your friend's Super Bowl party, it will still be hot when you get there. If you cook stuff at home for your own Super Bowl party and you want to keep it hot for the second half, it'll still be hot. Just keep it in the kitchen or wherever you want, like on the floor. And then when second half rolls around, it's still hot. You don't even have to worry about reheating it during halftime.
You got to tell all your friends this at the party who don't know how to have hot food.
So
So head on over to Amazon, the Hungry Fan Thermal Bag, and check it out and buy it if you want to be a hit at your party.
Yeah, it's also like if you have a little dog. It's a great doggy bed, or if you,
just mix the dog with the food.
People who have purchased this bag are like, this makes a great thing for my Chihuahua, and I'm like, oh, it's awesome. And then I had someone say I got really drunk at my tailgate and I fell asleep and I used it as a pillow.
All right, it is a multi-purpose thermal bag. So I want to know, because you have tons of followers on Instagram and on Twitter. You're just really popular. So how has social media really helped your business?
It has really, first of all, the opportunity to get to work with brands. Like some of the brands that I work with include Smithfield or Eckridge. We just did something with them for the college football playoff championship in Atlanta. That doesn't happen unless you're helping promote their products, which usually involves something visual, like this even, on social media. So a lot of our brand partnerships through Hungry Fan come through social media, or I should say Hungry Fan's partnerships come through social media with other brands. So that's been great. Getting the word out, obviously trying to learn social media for advertising purposes for this bag or for these spices, which we'll talk about. It's all social media. I mean, today, unfortunately, nobody wants to work with you unless you have a following. So
it's the way of the world. So tell everyone about your spices, because we are giving away these spices if you share this episode, and you can be a hit at your next party. So what are these? How did you come up with this?
Yeah, so I had a lot of people on social media actually tweeting me predominantly. A lot of people send me messages on DM. I'm really pretty good about responding to those. Instagram too, at The Hungry Fan. And they all said, like, we think your recipes are great, but they're sometimes like a little bit too complicated. Do you have anything that's a little bit more simple? And I thought,
that's what I would need.
Yeah,
simple.
So I came up with these blends. There's 3 flavors that are savory. And there's one that's not savory. So this pumpkin spice is the not savory one. And this is because, like, I'm just sort of obsessed with pumpkin spice.
I love pumpkin.
And specifically, this is actually how it truly also got started is I love pumpkin spice beer, like obsessed with pumpkin spice beer. I used to hoard it, and then it went skunky because here in New York City, nobody has fridges big enough to actually hoard the right amount of beer that you should be hoarding. So I have a patio, but that didn't work out because of climate change and whatever. So, thanks, guys. Anyway, so I came up with this pumpkin spice blend, which is just organic dehydrated pumpkin and some of the spices you would normally associate with pumpkin spice, and I put it into beer. So a friend of mine who's a chemist actually helped me figure out how to do this without the beer losing its carbonation. So started with this. You can also use it for other things. You can bake with it. You can put it on snacks.
Can we use it for any snacks during the Super Bowl this weekend?
Yeah, totally. I mean, it just depends on the flavors that you're going for. I was just actually telling some of the people who work with you, the barbecue is great on popcorn. So you just put it on popcorn with a little bit of butter, or I use avocado oil, so you can't really taste the oil. And you sort of just like shake and bake it, and then it's done. Great on chicken. You can use it to make ribs.
Potato chips.
Whatever. Potato chips. There's 2 other flavors. There's a pizza and buffalo wings. You can obviously make buffalo wings with the buffalo wing blend. Pizza dip. I heard someone in here talking about how much they love dip. A little Greek yogurt or sour cream, mix in the pizza blend. Delicious. Also good to make that ahead of time too. Anything that's cold you can make ahead of time too.
Oh my gosh.
You can keep it in the
and
fridge.
where can everyone buy your spices?
These can be purchased also on Amazon, Hungry Fan Spice Blends. You can also find these on our shop page at hungryfan.com.
It's not The Hungry Fan, it's hungryfan.com.
Hungryfan.com.
Hungryfan.com, and on Instagram at The Hungry Fan.
I'm the
on
Hungry
Instagram.
Fan.
She
I
is
get
The Hungry Fan.
the title because I'm the big cheese.
Yes,
And then,
I love it.
Everything else is Hungry Fan, which is the brand. But if you do make the mistake and go to thehungryfan.com, I own that too. And it'll point
It'll
you
redirect you.
to, yeah.
Awesome.
Follow that.
Well, thanks so much for coming on the show
thank
today.
you.
I can't
for
wait to see if
having
your
me.
Super Bowl predictions come true. And Daina also has a cookbook that was a bestseller on Amazon, and you can buy it. It is called In Tailgating. I'm reading the notes wrong. Tell me the name of the book.
The book is called The Hungry Fans Gameday Cookbook, and it was a #1 bestseller on Amazon in tailgate cooking, which is one of their segments.
Awesome.
So head on over to Amazon and you can buy everything from Daina, and we hope everyone has an awesome week. Enjoy the Super Bowl on Sunday, and start sharing this episode so you can have the best spiced popcorn and beer in the world.
Yeah, totally.
Totally. Bye, guys.
Bye.